Austro-libertarian. I don't know your real first name. My name's Joe, if you want to call me that. You posted a video response that you had not made specifically as a response to my video, and I understand that. However, and in there you basically say the free market, acts quicker, permits us to have a more granular control over things like government and law. Suppose I concede all that. That still doesn't answer the questions that I think are important. People are able to look in the past and see what has gone wrong with statism. But we're still dealing with people who, in large groups, there's no reason to think they're going to act any different. So, if we have a lofty principle versus an immediate greedy issue or emotional issue, the best I get out of the libertarians is, people are going to pick the right decision in opposition to their natural emotions, inclinations, or greed, and I just don't think that's reasonable. And if you say, I didn't say that, yeah, you did. That's what all the anarchists are saying. So, okay, fine. Suppose we have the free market generating our law at a finer level, more acceptable to people. What is it that's going to keep the law that they make respectful of anarchistic principles? You may have to think about that question to understand it. But just to give an example, we have some things in the United States Constitution that are almost viewed religiously. And as a matter of fact, I think the Mormons even think that the Constitution was a divinely inspired document. And so we agree to those in principle. Then when we have individual issues, even if our legislatures or our courts are inclined to do something more in line with someone's immediate feelings for how they would like the result to be, the Constitution is theoretically, and to some case actually factually, keeping that in check by enforcing the loftier goals. Anarchy doesn't have anything like that to keep it in check. I'm not, and by the way, let's get this straight, I'm not defending anything. I'm saying anarchy, just because we disprove something, that doesn't mean somebody walks in and sells us some other bill of goods. We've got to justify it. We've got to understand it. And so far, nobody's responded to my Denny's, Anheuser-Busch, or Judge Fullerton examples of how large numbers of people act. In the case of Denny's, the large number of people are the customers, not Denny's. In Anheuser-Busch, it's customers. In Judge Fullerton, it's customers. People just can't care that much about everything to keep it all straight and vote on that final level. So, until somebody comes up and addresses the mass psychology issue of anarchy, which I think has just been, in everything I've seen, and I haven't seen everything, but if there were something good out there, I would certainly be assuming people would be using that reasoning, and they're not. My only assumption can be that it doesn't exist. So for the time being, I guess I'm just going to go back to the not Stefbot issues with his pervasive use of invalid logic.